like this question.
I know, I do too. Did actually secretly know we were going to make a sequel after it was well received.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Zootopia 2!
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's an honor to meet you both. I'm Teddy. I'm from Difan, a major Disney fan community here in China. Zootopia is a fan favorite franchise here in China, and the excitement for the sequel is truly off the charts. And we're so happy to have you here in China. And yesterday I saw the movie. I just want to say I love it so much.
Yay!
Yeah, it's funny, it's thrilling, it's moving at the same time. And I don't think I have ever seen an animated movie like this before. Now let's get to some questions. Okay, Ginnifer, it has been almost a decade since the first movie came out. And have you thought about there would be a sequel when you were making the first one? And what was your first reaction when you learned that you will return as Judy?
I like this question.
I know, I do too. Do you know, I didn't really understand what we had created with the first one. I mean, I knew that everything that Disney touches is gold, but I didn't understand the magnitude of what Zootopia 1 would be, even to myself. And I mean, I remember sobbing through the first. I mean, I guess that's what I kind of do. I sob through the first time. The first time I've seen each movie. I did actually secretly know we were going to make a sequel after it was well received. After the first one was well received, and over those 10 years, I would call Disney basically every Christmas and ask, "Is this my Christmas present this year? Are we going back to work?" And then they actually called me at the Christmas break. It was my kids' Christmas break, and it was December of 2023, and they said, "Merry Christmas, you're coming back to work." And I fell off of my chair.
Great.
Wow, you waited 8 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Gary the Snake is obviously the key character in the movie. And you have done a great job voicing him.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about how you got cast as the voice of Gary? Is there any behind-the-scenes story, and how have you worked with the directors on the development of this character?
Okay, first I want to add what she said earlier, because I grew up watching Disney animated films. I love them so much, and I always wanted to be a Disney animated character, but I didn't think I would, ever get an opportunity like this. So one night I was at home, I was just cleaning the house, and my phone rang, and my agent called me. They said, they're thinking of having you play a new character in Zootopia 2. I literally freaked out. I stopped everything that I was doing, and I said, can I have more? Is there any more info? And they said, no, that's all we have. They want you to go in and meet with them. So I'm like thinking, oh, this is an audition then. If I have to. And when I went in, it was absolutely incredible. They had a poster of Gary the Snake. They had a clip. There was an appearance that I did on the Stephen Colbert Show. It was an interview that I did. The animator kept my voice, but animated Gary the Snake over me. So it was as if, we're doing an interview, she's interviewing Gary the Snake. And I saw that little video, and I go, wow, this is amazing. And they said, yes, we think you'll be perfect to play him, and we would love you to play him. And I was just super excited. I'm kind of like the new kid to voice acting. I haven't done it that much. So there was, for me, there was a lot to learn. There was also this pressure where I didn't want to disappoint anybody, because I thought Ginny was absolutely phenomenal in the first one. But it was really just working with our directors, and honestly, it's just putting my trust in them, because they're so good at what they do. They're so talented.
All right. Ginnifer, you said in an earlier interview that you and other voice characters recorded separately.
Always.
But we all see the incredible chemistry between Judy and Nick and other characters on screen. So what tricks did you use to make it feel like you were all truly interacting in the same setting of Zootopia?
Well, I did listen to the first film after it had come out. I had been walking through my TV room listening to my kids watching it for years. And I one day was sitting in my car and I was like, oh, I should put it on Disney Plus on my phone, and I'll just listen to it through the speakers. I got so much out of that I began listening to it over and over and over again, and felt like I not only understood my own performance better, but I understood even better what the other actors had been doing. And so I think that helps. But I also feel like the casting, I don't know. There's something about the puzzle pieces that they chose in casting each of us, because we get on like crazy. And then it's just the magic of a brilliant script and like Disney hocus pocus.
Okay, thank you. Now we know that the story is of the sequel is set only a few weeks after the first one. And then what is the biggest change in the tone and the message you want people to get out of this new story compared to the first? And on a personal level, how was your own mindset different stepping back into Judy's paws after all these years?
Judy's paws, I like that.
No.
I came at it with a lot more confidence because I understood, I think I finally understood who the character was once we were done with number one, and I could see how they had put her together, what takes they had chosen. And I feel like the messaging of this is sort of, I mean, if you call it a message, I'll say the theme is so much about learning to value what's different in those around us, and also learning to value in ourselves what makes us different. And the analogy that I keep using is that when you're putting a jigsaw puzzle together, your pieces can't be all the same shape. And I think that we've put together a beautiful puzzle, and all of the pieces I really just worship as being entirely unique.
Okay. I saw you both last night visiting the Zootopia themed land at Shanghai Disneyland. Gary now appears in the land, and locations from the land have been put into the new movie thanks to Jared Bush, the director. So what is it like for you to witness this mutual inspiration where the park and the film influence each other, and to know that the fans can physically walk through the world you helped to create?
I mean, it's really amazing. You know, as an actor, that's really a dream come true. You know, we worked so hard on this movie. We're so proud of it. Now that it's about to go out there, one of the things that's most rewarding is when you go to Disneyland parks and you see all these merchandising, and now Zootopia Land, and you see the fans going there dressed as Judy Hopps and other characters. I mean, it's just incredible, and you know that. Oh, you play a little part in making all of this come true for the people who truly enjoy the movie. That's a feeling that I treasure a lot.
Yeah. Ginnifer?
And same. By the way, I realized in real time last night when we were signing autographs at the barricades in the park that I was getting a very different feeling. And I was trying to dissect as it was happening, like, what is this feeling? And I realized that in a lot of situations in which I've signed autographs, you're interacting with people who are wonderful and loving, and I'm so grateful. But sometimes you're aware, like, that there are people who are collecting them to sell on eBay,
right,
or they're collecting them just because they want like a celebrity's autograph. And last night I realized, like, these people, they're here because of their love for Zootopia. Yeah. And there was something about that I found so fulfilling. Sorry, I had to tell him that.
No, but that's what's so great about, because we spent, you know, a long time just in the recording booth by ourselves with our director, and you don't really quite, know the finished product. And when it's all put together, you watch it, you go, oh, that's amazing. You feel so proud of it. But it's really meeting the fans in person. Do you get the full impact? Because it's their energy, their passion, their love for this film, and you get to be on the receiving end of that.
Nothing is better than that.
Yes.
No review is better. No box office is better. That is incredible.
Okay, we should have a couple minutes. Do you mind we play a little game?
Ooh, yes, like a game.
You came prepared. That's great. Okay.
Ginnifer, you've been part of the Disney family for a long time. And Key, you just said you grew up watching Disney movies. Yeah. So these are the English translations of the Chinese title of the Disney animated movies that has some certain connections to Zootopia 2. So you're going to guess the original English title. All right?
Okay.
So the first one, The Strange Tale of Magic Hairs.
Would this be Tangled?
Yes, it's Tangled.
Oh,
yes.
That's really good. Oh, I know this one.
Yeah. And The Strange Tale in Ice and
Frozen.
Snow. Yes, it's Frozen.
Okay.
Did you try reciting it? Did you try not being an idiot?
The Strange
I
Tale.
know this one. Moana?
Yes, Moana.
Stab me straight into the heart.
You are so great.
This is good.
Prince of the Forest.
Tarzan. No?
It's
No.
like Tarzan, but there is some bare necessities.
The Jungle Book.
Yes, the Jungle Book.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
That's a good
Prince
one.
of the Forest. That's so good.
And a house full of
I
magic.
know this. Encanto. It's
Yes,
our
yes,
famous scene
Encanto.
from Zootopia.
Yeah, yeah. Hey. In pursuit.
And the last but not least.
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Zootopia 2.
Thank you very much.
Thank
That was
you.
a great game,
I
Teddy.
know, I love that
Love
game.
it. Love it.